welcome to round 5 of season 2's Engen The Making of. We've hit the halfway mark of the season, but does that mean we've seen half the drama and innovation? Between our tricky producers and our creative contestants, I somehow don't think so. Before we dive into the next challenge, let's recap what happened in the previous round. Our episode sponsor was VW South Africa, a name synonymous with quality, value, and trusted performance. Their challenge? To create a solution using current market offerings that caters specifically to the MSME market, that is micro, small, and medium enterprises. VWSA have conquered the corporate, government, and consumer markets. And now our entrepreneurs, who themselves are exactly this target market, needed to develop a solution tailored for smaller businesses. The teams struggled to nail their concepts, and as a result, the solutions felt incomplete and didn't fully answer the brief. In the end, Koketso, Katlego, Refilwe, and Slondiwe took the win, and a cool 25,000 Rand each. In a dramatic double elimination, Mbuso and Tsiamo were sent packing, each leaving with 45,000 Rand in accumulated winnings. With just 4 contestants left, the heat is on. Let's see who can impress our judges in round 5 of Engen The Making of. Entrepreneurs, welcome back. Congratulations on making it here.
Thank you.
How are we feeling? It's slow, only so-so? What's the story there?
Look, we've made it so far, but it's still anyone's game. We don't want to be too excited too early, but we're excited to hear what today is all about.
Well, with 50,000 Rand on the line, please keep that excitement, so that it drives your creativity and your imaginations. The comments from the judges, the feedback from the judges might have seemed a little harsh, but I'm hoping that all of that goes into today being the best presentations you've done.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So with that, we need a new challenge, right?
Yes.
With me today, I've got Dr. Ntabiseng from Busamed, and she's going to tell you a little bit about Busamed first. Dr. Ntabiseng, welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well done in making it this far.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Ntabiseng Legoete. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer at Busamed. Busamed is a private healthcare organization that operates 7 premium hospitals within the country. We've been in operation for the past 10 years, and we've delivered in giving our patients/customers premium care with a personal touch. We see ourselves as more than just a hospital operator. Our mission is to empower communities to live healthier and more fulfilling lives.
This is such a cool brand. I'm loving it already. So what's the challenge for today?
The challenge is we've been in operation for 10 years, running 7 hospitals, most of which have won awards. So we've done that really, really well, but we operate in a very, very competitive market with competitors that have been in operation for years. So growth for us looks a little bit different to what our competitors have done. Growth looks at beyond the hospital environment, getting closer to people and getting involved in their healthcare before. We have an opportunity to launch primary healthcare/GP practices within estates. The estates appeal to a very young demographic, working, up-and-coming, career-orientated young families. And we have an opportunity to open clinics within those estates. And we are needing assistance from you, and I'm excited to see what you would come up with, to see how do we package that? How do we package that concept? What do we call it? We have called it Busamed at Home, which doesn't seem to resonate. What does that service look like in terms of operating hours? What services do we provide? And what other magic can we infuse into it? And how can we, make it in such a way that it actually fills, or rather leads into lead generation really for our hospital environment?
Wow, That is such an innovative and interesting way of expanding. I think that's such a cool concept. So, as you know, our entrepreneurs each get one question that they can ask you, and I'm going to start with Slo.
Good morning. I don't
Good
have a
morning.
question this morning.
Okay, great. Refilwe.
Morning, my name is Refilwe. You mentioned that the consumer is not yet buying into the name. So I just want to find out, are there any other limitations that you're experiencing from the consumer?
Yes, I think besides the name, which, by the way, the reason why it's been a challenge is because when people hear Busamed at home, they think home-based care. But the other thing is, to the consumer, we are a hospital. So is it really wise to include the name Busamed in the new concept, or should we look at something else different? It's really just from the consumer's perception, we are a hospital, and how do we make them resonate with us being something that they can access at their doorstep?
Great. Kuketsa?
Hi, sorry, I'm Koketo from Angela K. How many estates are you looking into actually getting in? How many?
So we have an amazing opportunity with Balwin. So they've given us an opportunity to pilot, do a proof of concept at one estate just off Marlborough, close to our Modderfontein Hospital. But they have a plethora of estates countrywide, and they're looking for us to expand to all of them should the proof of concept be viable and work.
Great. Our last man standing?
Hello, my name is Katleho from Nature Studio. My question really is, how do you define premium healthcare? And in context of wanting, it almost sounds like you're looking to also do like a preventative solution as well. So how do you connect those two together, especially in context of it being like premium healthcare?
So premium healthcare is healthcare that really measures outcomes, but not only just measures the outcomes at the hospital level. We want to go back and say, if we have patients with breast cancer that are coming for radiation, for example, we are doing that really well. However, can we go back and find those patients before they even develop cancer, or find them at the early stages of cancer? That's just one example. If we have patients that are falling because they've got weak bones and they're coming for hip replacements, how do we go back and find those people and try and do preventative measures within the community to prevent bones from getting weak? And if they do happen, how do we catch them early? So really we're wanting to expand the normal understanding of premium care to, it doesn't start and end with our hospitals. How do we start before the journey? Because you don't live at the hospital. And how do we carry it through beyond the hospital service?
That is for me such a beautiful philosophy to be working towards as well. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comprehensive brief and for answering all of our contestants' questions. We will see you later. You may leave.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And now it's time to pick our teams. Let's get to it. I'm sure you're doing this in your sleep by now. So let's find out who our team leaders are. In 3, 2, 1, reveal, please. Slo and Koketsa, please join me. So there's really only one choice today. So Slo, who of Katleho and Refilwe would you prefer working with today?
I'll choose Refilwe.
Can you tell us why you're picking Refilwe over Katleho?
So when the journey began, the very first day, we were in the same group. And from that day, we've always complemented each other in our work. Our strengths are very different, but they're very good for collaboration. So I feel that we'll make a power team with Refilwe.
Koketsa, how do you feel about working with Katleho?
Excited.
Okay. Would you have picked him anyway?
Yes, because from the get-go, I think we're in sync with our ideas. We've worked well. I've never lost when I was with him. So, yeah. And it was quite different working with the other groups when, yeah. in comparison with Katlego.
Team leaders, please join your teams. 2 powerhouse duos for our final 4. A great brief, an exciting opportunity in the market. I'm really looking forward to you guys coming up with something exceptional. That's my challenge to you today. Create something exceptional. Create something that gets rid of all the bad vibes of the feedback and the sting that you got from the judges in the previous rounds. Now's your time to shine. Engen The Making of contestants. The last thing we need for a winning formula is, of course, our awesome graphic designers. Graphic designers, please join us. Let's find out who you're working with. That was quite a sigh from Slow. I'm holding fingers on her behalf. Team leaders, please reveal your graphic designers. Great. And I'm seeing smiles on both sides. So for him, Johnny, please join your teams. And with that, I think it's just about time to get started. Teams, please make your way to your rooms. The boardrooms are set, and in this round, Busamed is raising the bar and possibly our entrepreneur's blood pressure. Let's see who will be judging our entrepreneur's prescriptions. From Busamed, we have Dr. Ntabi Singh Lekwete, Chief Strategy Officer. Dr. Lekwete knows how to map a path to success, identify risks before they appear, and ensure every decision aligns with the bigger picture. She'll diagnose the gaps in our team solutions and prescribe the sometimes bitter pill while maintaining the warmest bedside manner. Our head judge, Heidi, pushes contestants to turn ideas into results. She's known for saying, if it isn't clear, it isn't done, which reminds us to make sure that every idea is fully built before it reaches the pitch phase. And representing our title sponsor, Engen, we have Sim. Methodical, analytical, and exacting, he focuses on the impact of the solution. He'll be looking to see if each plan is fit for purpose, diagnosing weaknesses before they become critical failures. Here's what the judges expect. 1, a solution that's not just creative but meaningful. 2, a financial model that shows strength and potential. 3, a name that captures the essence of the product. And 4, a tagline that sparks curiosity and stays in people's minds. Okay, let's get back to the boardrooms and see if our contestants have their fingers on the pulse.
Background, Busamed is a private hospital group in South Africa that has been in operation since 2015.
Then they say we need a fresh perspective from people outside the healthcare industry. Go wild with your ideas and innovation. Our subject matter expert will provide you with the guidance and necessary guardrails. It wasn't as too complex like maybe yesterday's one. I think it was straight to the point. I love the brief. It was straight to the point. You could understand what you're working at.
So I think now what the main thing we are wanting to do is we need to change the perception of how people see healthcare.
Yeah.
So how do we move people from what they are routinely doing to now visualizing that healthcare is at your door?
Yes, that's right, yeah. And that also it starts before you get to the clinic.
Okay, so
Because I think
the other preventative she mentioned.
Yeah, that was very important.
This is the same formula that we used when we were doing that other challenge, so
Yep.
we've been asked to reimagine the experience, right? So my thinking is like, but what is wellness? It's like when you say overall wellness, it's like, what is that? And how do we define that thing? It's like from healthcare, we have like overall wellness, but like Johnny, maybe if you can just Google what is wellness and like how do we define wellness? I think Yeah, I think working with Gokets was quite nice. So yeah, I enjoyed today. I think it was a much more fluid experience today. Yeah, and with that being just the two of us, I think we've kind of built a relationship across like the competition. So it was like much more simple and much more smoother.
So
I'm also thinking sales, brand identity. I think process, they haven't established what are their processes like. What does me coming into their clinics look like? You know, if they're saying they haven't figured out the timings, they maybe done enough research about who they're servicing.
who your customer is.
Yes, for them to be able to determine some sense of processes that we've established our target market. Not that just because we're here doesn't mean everybody here is our target market. We need to establish that so then we can fine tune it and there's a word, personalize it, customize it. Okay, so my interpretation of today's challenge was definitely more on the creative end. It was something that I can relate to very well because I could be a direct customer for their proposed solution. So it was very exciting for me. I am a person who believes in holistic wellness. So bringing in that holistic approach and making life more convenient, and as a mom who's busy, who's trying to work, when you have everything central, it makes life so much easier. So it was such a brand that I can relate to.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
what makes you choose to actually go
Pursue
and
health.
have a check out?
Yeah.
Check up, I mean.
you know, so I think that comes here like
Okay, let's put a few. Are we on the name now?
yeah, I think
'Cause
we
we've already put
clearly
up
have
great.
like what we're solving, you know, it's like, and
100.
this the name has to speak to all of
To
this.
all of that.
Yeah, so it's like,
Busamed Wellness Center.
My biggest challenge is because you know, as graphic designers, we can't really give them the ideas and you know, so that was my biggest challenge, just to listen to what they want and put it into whatever it is that they want to execute. Obviously, I do use my expertise and experience to work on a few things, you know what I mean? But the biggest challenge is not to say anything and just do what they tell you to do.
What exactly are they selling?
They're selling wellness.
No, wellness is everywhere. What are you selling me? Are you selling me convenience of time?
Okay,
Are you
yes,
selling
yes,
me,
yes.
a lifestyle? A certain
When I look at
you know,
a Barlow World, I don't know Busa made that much, and I think maybe we need to do some research around it.
Yes, we need to read. I've never been to Busamed.
Busamed anyway. Have you been in their website?
I have. It's been fun. It's exciting. It's frustrating from a designer's point of view. Especially, I think, being in the field, it's easy for me to, can I say, decipher a brief. And hearing the contestants go from the brief everywhere, it's difficult remembering that I need to take what they give me and put it onto paper.
So this is Portia, and she is our expert for the day. Portia, you want to introduce yourself to Team 2?
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well. My name is Portia. I've been a registered nurse for 20 years now. I've been with Busamed from this year. My specialty is occupational health nursing. With Busamed specifically, I'm championing this primary healthcare, initiative.
I think our question to you would be, when people are coming to this thing or the clinics at the facilities, what's the most common thing they are coming for?
We started almost winter season, so we've been seeing mostly of respiratory infections. That's what we've been treating.
Good luck. You've given them more than enough.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. With that said, I wonder if, yes, I'm happy with what we have, but as she said, like seasonal people come for different things. We do know that during winter it's flu, obviously. I wonder if we can also add something, an element of, once a quarter.
I think what made it easy to work with her on this particular round is that the challenge is not directly related to her industry. So she didn't, I feel like she didn't have to push her own ideas.
What do you think of like pro care, pro long, pro?
I like pro and I like care.
You like care?
Why pro? Because we are proactive.
We're proactive, which says the pro.
And we are
speaks to
professionals.
but also we like top tier. We are the pros, and also we are helping you before you even have a problem.
We are proactive.
Yeah,
Proactive professionals.
proactive.
I like that.
Do we go with it?
Let's pro
Pro
care.
care. All right, we've got a name.
Pro care. Funny enough, I am most suited to work with Slondi. I think we really, from the first challenge, I think I only actually worked with her once, but from that first challenge, we really worked very well. We complement each other very well. I even mentioned in the previous interview how our strengths complement each other. And then today she managed to, get team leader, so it worked out very well for us.
The Moyos moved into the Reed apartment 6 months ago. What sealed the deal wasn't the rooftop garden or the play area. It was the Busamed lifestyle hub downstairs. In their first week, the family got a free wellness checkup. Neo's eyesight issues were picked up early during a school readiness screening, saving them months of delayed diagnosis.
My biggest threat is definitely Katleho. As I said, the way he works is similar to how I work, and it's just make things easier and simple, So we kind of have the same style. So he is my best friend.
So it's literally going on this journey with you
I
up
like
until
the route
old
it's
age.
taking. It's going well. It's getting there in the hands. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You're gonna make a heart.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
a
that's
semi-hard.
nice.
Yeah, we care need. Yeah, one of the case so big.
I care.
You seriously do. Okay, sharp. Where professionals meet proactive.
So, just being here for me is evidence of the dots of my life, of my journey, starting to connect. I've done so many things. I'm an engineer by profession. I left corporate because I wanted to find purpose. And I found my purpose in creatively empowering others.
So you only go in if you want to test a BP. You see? So they have these facilities.
Physical things.
But if I've got a
physical
fever
contact.
and and it's just
you can give your symptoms.
Yes.
You have the
Yes.
option of doing it at home.
At home, ma'am.
I feel so bad interrupting this discussion because it seemed like it was very animated, but I come bearing a Portia and all of her knowledge. Ladies, do you have a question for her?
Yes, we have a question for you. And our question is, what were the common values that made Baldwin a suitable partner for Busamed? Where was the link? Why did you say, oh yes, definitely we're going to do this with you guys?
Okay. Because we had said Busamed, premium care, personal touch. Baldwin as well, they wanted to make sure that their residents understand that they come first to them. So, so it resonates with our premium care, personal touch. So as at the moment, they already have other facilities in space. So it was only best that they add health services to all the services that they have currently.
That's actually really nice strategic thinking from their side. Ladies,
Thank you so much.
that was a good question.
Thank you.
Thank
very much.
you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you
so
to the
much.
residents.
And Konja, what is our tagline?
The tagline,
Wellness at your doorstep.
yes.
So at the end of the story, say wellness at your doorstep.
Okay. I think with the 4 contestants that are left in the competition, I think I would mention myself as the biggest threat to all of them. I don't particularly feel threatened by the contestants that are left, honestly. I feel all the contestants that are here, they have won money because I was on their teams, like literally all of them. And this has been consistent like throughout the competition. If you look at Gogetso, the 2 rounds that she won, I was on her team. If you look at Slondi, where the 2 rounds that she won, I was on her team. And then if you look at Refilwe, she only won yesterday because I was also on her team. I think based on having worked with all of them, I understand that it's one thing being an entrepreneur, but it's another thing having to be creative on demand, and that's just something that I specialize in because that's the industry I work in.
The services must I do the pre and the what? Where's that model that you did, the thing? Where's that going?
It's going to our solution.
Aren't those the services?
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Who is it affecting? Did we talk about that?
Yes,
a
the
persona.
Yes.
Okay, how will we reach to them? That's
We have to do the
market.
finances.
What is our solution? I've got that. Okay, yes, we'll do the finances. Who are the players? We didn't touch that.
I did it.
Did you do it?
Yes.
Did you mention the issue of the scam being the threat?
No.
Please add that.
Okay, let me just finish.
Fahim, what do you need now to make your life easy?
Can you send me all the text as I must add it per slide?
Yeah,
Or not the full thing?
Yeah,
because
please.
it's gonna waste time.
Okay.
However, can I borrow you? Can we just remove the text here that I don't need to add to the slide? Because here's the rest, then I can come back.
Yo, today's time feels so slow.
Is it?
Maybe it's because we have most of what we need, and it's like it's a bit
No, it's
relaxed.
not too complex. It's not a lot of things.
I think the biggest ally I have would be Gogetso. I think, having worked together, I think even today it showed. I think she was very happy that I was on her team. I was also happy that she was the person on my team. I think she's able to have like clarity and focus. And I remember when I started the competition, I thought this would be the least person I'd enjoy working with.
I think we can move to the
So
next
long.
slide now. The next slide.
Because this information must still go on there, but we need to filter it.
No, next slide, please. We'll sort that out later.
With our solution.
Those are the finances.
Finances,
Leave that
leave
for
it.
now because it will be
Wait,
a screenshot.
can you play it out? Just let me see the flow there so that we can confirm everything.
Guys, you've got one more question too, Portia. What's your question?
So our question is, let's say we want to put like extra health activities like such as yoga, would the facility be able to accommodate it?
Specifically yoga in the clinic, it will not work. 2, if you read the briefing a bit, there is already a gym there. So the team who is running the gym is not Busamed. So it's a service that they would offer. So it will be like now we are stealing a service that could be at their service or in their portfolio. So we wouldn't want to repeat such an activity. But we can give things like antenatal classes.
Enough.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys. Use that last hour well, hey?
Thank you.
I'm worried, like we are doing colors and we are not inputting things, guys. This thing we're still gonna edit. We need the information on the disk. We're still going to edit this
Fahim?
thing.
Let's do our story. What is our brand story? Is one line.
I'm just looking at design for now. Sharp. This doesn't feel balanced. Tagline and make it align with this line here.
Let's take this up. The actual
Move it up.
tagline.
Yeah, that sentence, just move it up so it aligns with the, yeah.
My favorite contestant to work with, I would say, is Katlego. Yeah, because I've worked with him the most. I think from the second round up until now, I've worked with him, and we've in a way developed a system of working to kind of pace things up a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Wait, on the stick you have
Then
ProCare Solutions.
remove the
final
other
draw.
stuff. Remove the other stuff.
Hush. This is your USB. Where are you
This is the
giving?
USB.
Where are you giving
Guys,
So this is everything on the USB.
take
Here's
the
the
stuff
presentation.
off. Take,
And then must I keep that in final and then
keep final.
only everything else?
The other stuff you can put on your desktop or something quickly. What I'm asking is when Yaz is saving, where is she saving from?
She's gonna take it from the USB.
From that
30,
USB.
guys,
Yes.
So put
there's
it there
30
then.
seconds left.
Put it in that USB.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Man, it's like I scared you guys into getting done on time or something.
No, we're nearing the end of the competition, so
Oh, experience, is
We're getting
that what it is? So
better at it.
I'm going to then also say to you guys, use that experience and make sure that you've got your 3 minutes sorted.
hundreds.
It's for 50 grand, guys. You can get your timing right.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's on his thing.
And stop. We're getting better at this not fighting with yes thing.
We don't want to
We
fight
like
with the
Yaz.
We like Yaz.
Guys, how are we feeling?
I'm so excited. Yes, I think, we did our best.
Guys, practice your timing.
Yes, we're
Okay.
gonna do
A
that.
tip I'm going to give you is don't practice to 3 minutes, practice to 2 minutes and 50 so that you've got 10 seconds of. Okay. Please, please, please. 50,000 rand. You can do this. Good luck.
Thank you, yes. Okay.
Boomba. 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 Okay, I think let's get straight to it. Are you hungry?
I felt like the entrepreneurs' questions today were far more pointed and they seemed more confident in their solutions. It may just be me, but it feels like they've turned a decidedly positive corner. This concept, if properly implemented, could give Busamed a big first mover advantage in a highly competitive market. Let's join the judges to see what the teams have come up with.
Hi there. Here we are on day 5, episode 5, and there are only 4 of you left. Happily, so far, everybody's gone home with some money. Yesterday was looking a little worrying, but happy that it went well. And today is a big day. You're playing for 50,000 Rand each. That's not a small amount of money for a day's work. We thank you for your great work and your documents. We received them both, we're happy to say. Sim and I are relieved and pleased to show Ntabi saying that we had good work provided. We've spent some time on them and we're really looking forward to your presentation now. The same 3 minutes is the same 3 minutes as it's been the whole season. And your time begins now.
Greetings, judges. My name is Slondwe Mutabi.
And my name is Refilwe Kaba. Imagine being a first-time mom and waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning to a 6-month-old son with a fever at 40 degrees and the nearest hospital is 30 minutes away. It is time to say goodbye to that because we present to you ProCare, powered by Busamed, where professional meets personal anytime.
What is our brand story? Every brand needs a soul, a heart, a message that solves a problem, an identity that can bring customers trust. ProCare is your trusted partner in your family's holistic well-being. It's the previous one still. Our brand visibility, our brand visual, our hands showcase care, protection, and that personal touch. The Pro speaks to professionals servicing other professionals. We seal it with our slogan where we say, where professionals meet personal. What problem are we solving? The problem we are solving is answering this question. How do we trailblaze and disrupt premium home-based healthcare so that Busamed stands central to home-based care solutions and by so doing, improve their market share? Who is it affecting? It might look like it's nobody, but our profile looks at a single man who is a manager as well as a family that is starting up and is focused on holistic wellness. What is our solution? We've looked at this business to customer solution as a pyramid that focuses on the customer. We look at pre-care, present care and post care, which means that it speaks to holistic solution, as well as looking at how do we make sure that our clients have a walk-in option as well as a virtual option, because why go to the clinic if I can consult my doctor in my house?
Okay. How will we reach them? Okay, apart from our social media and our activations, we have a 3-tier that we're going to be following. The first one is building awareness. So this is where we're going to increase our visibility and familiarity. So we're going to have mini pop-ups with nurses and doctors, different doctors. And then following up to that is the consideration stage. So this is where we're going to be offering free consultations, wellness consultations for based at these estates. And then the conversion aspect of it is where we offer these people premium products. This means packages tailored to families, packages in terms of membership, and packages in terms of offering first-time incentives. Now, who are the players in this industry? We have to consider our competitors.
That 3 minutes is still just a time that eludes us. We somehow can't get it right. How far did you get in your preso? Because there's no numbers on your slides.
We had 2 more slides. It was the market analysis and then the finances.
Difficult. Okay, thank you, ladies, for your presentation. We'll begin with Sim.
Thanks. Once again, ladies, well done making it this far. You look nice and bright, I must say. You can take the stress away from your faces. Well, first and foremost, I must say I loved and I was saying to the fellow judges, I loved the look and feel of your campaign. I loved the logo, I loved the slogan. Also loved how you guys went into detail in trying to piece it out and explaining it to us as judges as well as to the audience. You brought in elements that the challenge was actually bringing forward to you guys to indicate what are some of the challenges that we are seeing. It's a pity you couldn't get to your numbers slides because there's something that I actually did want to just check your thinking, because I see that you guys have got a projection over a 5-year period, and I noticed that on year 3 you guys are projecting that the numbers of active patients are going to double. What informs that?
When we heard the concept, we immediately thought of Take-A-Lot, Leroy Merlin, Dis-Chem. These are industries, or rather businesses, that came out of nowhere with a new concept, but a concept that works. And in our thinking, we said, if we can master this first pilot, which we will focus all our energy in the first 2 years, and make sure that when we replicate it, it's an issue of copy and paste that makes it to grow, just as you've seen Curo do as well. So we wanted to copy that model of growth to say, if we do all our homework, focus on the main thing, and then ultimately service the clients and understand who it is that we're servicing, so that we give them a solution that speaks to holistic living.
Okay, interesting. So is that how you guys then got to the conclusion that by year 3 you guys should be making a profit?
That's how we got to that conclusion, because a lot of financing is going to go into the first 2 years, first to just pilot and trial and error and see and really get to understand our niche, and also sort of put it out there, market it so that people know who we are and what it is that we do, but do it fast enough that the bigger brands don't steal the idea and adopt it as their own. So we become the go-to home-based healthcare.
Okay. I allowed you to pitch it because we didn't see the numbers, but it's fine.
Anything else, Sim?
Nothing else.
Thank you very
Well done,
much.
ladies.
Thanks. And now Tabi Singh from Busamed, our expert. Any questions, comments from you?
Thank you, ladies. I'm going to echo Sim's comments. I loved the focus and how deeply you went into the branding, the pro-care, and explaining what that was about, because that was a very specific ask. I think my comment with regards to that, though, is in terms of how you placed it, it would have been nicer for you to place your solution before you place that. Because I think you did go into detail, which was asked for, but I think in terms of the story, it would have been great to hear what it is that you're proposing, right? In terms of what you've just presented now and what you've read, you speak about awareness, and you spoke about using social media. I felt that was a little bit too generic, given that we've got a target population in an estate already. And I was curious as to why you would bypass some simple, and maybe you didn't have time to go into it, and immediately go to this broad, channel of social media. I just want to just get your thoughts around that.
So with regards to that, the opening statement was, in addition to using social media and activations, we're going to roll it out in those 3 phases. That is that personal touch within the estates. So the awareness, which speaks up to the pop-ups that we'll be having, the wellness events that we'll be having, free consultations. Once people are onboarding, we're going to have packages. I haven't seen wellness centers that have packages that are maybe tailored to a specific family, considering the age and the chronic illnesses and so forth. So the social media was just on a broader lens, but the intensity is really going to be on that one-on-one within the vicinity.
Okay. And then maybe just a follow-up question to that. You know, you've mentioned free consultation, and also you gave us like these detailed financials. I'm curious, these free consultations, where did you see them fitting in? Are they part of the setup cost? Because we need to somehow account for them. Or are they in the operating expenses? Because as an operator, we want to see what that quantum is if you're going to give free consultations, because we still have to have the resources to service those patients. Just something that, you should just think about in the future. That it's free to the user, but it's not necessarily free to the person who's giving the service. Yeah.
Any
That's
other
all.
questions for them?
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks to my colleagues. Yes, I must say, when I started to read this, I was quite overwhelmed, because I was quite proud, actually, of how much you've learned and how much you've grown. Concur with starting too early with a logo. It feels like you still haven't got the sequence yet, the order, the storytelling order yet, but you went very deep in the personas. I think you have to be careful. If you go too deep in personas, you get lost in the detail. Okay. And in fact, I felt that quite a lot in the approach, and I think that's what trips you up when you get to the pitch, is that there's too much detail in the beginning that you actually just get lost and you can't tell the simplest main thing story. So watch out for that. I think there were some excellent ideas. I love the idea of it not being a clinic but a life enhancer. Pre-care, present care, post-care. Actually asked Ntabi saying if that's a real thing or if you invented it. I think you invented it, which is great. Well done. The thing that I want to ask you about, which was very clearly stated in the brief it said, please go wild. I don't know that I felt that you went wild yet. And it asked you to talk about the operating hours, which the client felt might not be optimal at the moment.
Okay.
Can you talk to that, please, the operating hours? Please don't change. If we haven't seen it here, we can't see it now. Thanks.
So in terms of the operating hours, we propose that it be a 24/7 facility. In terms of the cost, how we decided that we would, counter for that is to have a sort of like a vocational approach. So some people are not taken on permanently, so just to alleviate the costs, and then also really to incorporate the virtual aspect that they already have, and to just expound on that, which really speaks to the pre, so that most of the virtual can start at the pre, so that by the time you actually get to the vicinity, most of the work has been done.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all from me. Anything else that you want to pick up on from you? We say thank you to you, and we'll see you a little later.
Thank
you so much.
So ladies, when I came and spoke to you after you were done, you said that you were excited about this. Did you bring that excitement to the presentation? How do you feel it went? Let's start with you, Londi.
I was a bit overexcited. I don't know if that played in our advantage. I hope it did, because there was a few errors here and there, and I think just the whole assignment for me, or the whole challenge, was quite an exciting journey. I enjoyed working with Fifi. It was just an exciting journey. I hope that the excitement works in our favor.
The two of you genuinely seemed happy to be working together. Is this one of those partnerships that's going to go beyond TMO?
Definitely. Like Slondi mentioned, from day one, We always reference that group. It was just such an amazing group, how we complemented each other. But I think even beyond that, you know, even in our businesses, it's really something that is, I mean, she's a strategic partner now. So it will definitely go beyond TMO.
And the nice thing is you've got similar things to ground that partnership on. So today's challenge you guys seemed happier with than the past. I'd say at least the previous one, the previous two possibly. Why was this one that grabbed you so much, Sla?
I think central to any team is the energy. For me today, what made it one of my favorite days is because the energy was positive. You know, as a team, you want to work with somebody that complements you, somebody that sees you, and somebody that acknowledges your ideas, and also somebody that adds value. So I think for some reason, we're just able to add value to each other whilst not trampling over, as much as we've both got strong characters, but it works. The synergy works.
And the brief itself, was that something that resonated with you?
I think for me, healthcare rather is personal to everyone. We all have that one moment where you remember you needed help and you had to get help now, you know, so what they are doing is absolutely brilliant. I believe what Busamed is doing is a disruptor and is going to disrupt the healthcare industry, and I'm excited that I was part of it at the beginning. So it was really great to be part of this. I'm honored.
And of course, the judges did say you had some really good ideas in there. So let's hope that, you know, some of your ideas make it out into the real world out there. Ladies, 50,000 Rand on the line. Good luck.
Hi. Welcome to a 50,000 Rand kind of a episode. How was your day?
It was great. It was awesome.
It's been a good one.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Every other episode when I've asked that question, all the contestants have looked at each other like, how was it? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Good. Okay, well, thank you for your documents and your hard work and your thinking. We enjoyed reading them. I'm going to let you have your 3 minutes before I say another word. As I always say, same 3 minutes as it always is. Looking forward to seeing your pitch. And your time starts now.
I'd like to introduce to you Busamed Life Hub, health at your doorstep, wellness at your doorstep. Now, what's the problem that we're facing? Despite the strategic placement of Busamed clinics within residential estates, patient tractions reach an average of 100 consultations per month instead of the 500 projected consultations. Now, our concept name, Busamed Life Hub, the tagline, wellness at your doorstep. Why Life Hub? Life Hub signals that health is not just about hospitals, but it's about everyday care, prevention, and overall wellness embedded right into your home environment, at your doorstep. Now, this is a family profiling, a family of 4, the Moyos. They moved into the Reed apartment 6 months ago. What sealed the deal wasn't just the rooftop garden or the play area or the swimming area, but it was Busamed Life Hub. The health journey for the Moyos is discovering and onboarding, preventive care and monitoring, community wellness, everyday health needs, specialist access, and also crisis and emergency response.
Our strategic positioning based on the brief will be to keep both spaces moving forward with the Greenlee. This will be to see which one will be the best performing based on our suggestions, and then implementing that into the next coming spaces across the real estate portfolio. Our competitive advantage is that this will be designed specifically for discovery and prevention with educational and health and wellness activities with free monthly screenings driving foot traffic. Our operating hours will be adjusted for this busy family, with the hours moving from 10 to 8 daily, Monday to Saturday, with the first hour being our wellness hour, mind, body, and reset, with the 11 to 7 being the health visiting hours. And then from 7 to 8, this will be our evening wind down. Our marketing, again, our marketing and service unlocking will be structured in 3 phases. This will include our awareness, consideration, and conversion. Our awareness phase will introduce Busamed Life Hub, while our consideration will be there to build trust and show value, with the conversion turning interest into action. This will be an example of what the pop-ups and the branding will look like. And then our pricing model will work both ways. This will include a rental for the resident. Sorry, our pricing will be included as part of their rental, right? And then with a free monthly consultation per unit with additional services for everyone else. And then we are projecting a 50% uptake.
Model for everything.
How far were you?
Just one slide.
Sim's favorite slide he didn't get to see. Thanks, guys, very much. We'll begin with Ntabi Singh for questions and comments.
Well done. Very well done. I've got mainly 2 comments. The first comment is what I love about your solution is that it addresses all stakeholders and makes sure that it creates value for all stakeholders. So from the customer or patient side, in terms of having to not worry about paying when you're sick. From Busamed's side, just realizing that revenue up front, knowing what revenue you're going to get, and also from their state, right? It amplifies their value proposition. So well done on thinking not just about Busamed, but just thinking about all the stakeholders, because I think that ensures sustainability and makes it attractive actually to present. I love how coherent your plan is. I love how you even went, with the discovery and exactly how people are onboarded onto the platform. And that made sense. I think the only question that I have is you've mentioned all the operating hours, which I thought were brilliant, by the way, but then you mentioned a 24-hour component, and I'm not sure where that fits in. I'm not sure if you can just elaborate on that one.
This will be the nurse that will be on service in case for late night hours. As you said, like one of the kids had something happen during the night. So this will be nice to have when they go into the center.
Okay. All right. That's all from me.
Thank you so much. Sim.
Thanks. Guys, I must say I loved your pitch, particularly around the hours. That was one of the other things that I actually did like. Question that I do have though is around the conversion. How do you create that loyalty that you're talking about in your marketing campaign? What type of programs do you have in mind?
So we were thinking that the conversion will be consistent because once you have a rental, so then we'd have like the WhatsApp messages being sent to you to remind you that this is available and everything else that has to do with the community network around the services.
Okay, and then a last one is I also read in your pitch is that there's an integration with the hospital system, right? How is that gonna work?
Okay, so if you look at the how we were planning it, is that these files would be digital, right? And this would be a digital access essentially provided by the hospital that just exists at the facility. So once we have all of that information in your onboarding process, then should you need to go to the hospital, your files would already be on hand.
I like that. Like that.
Anything else?
Nothing else. Thanks.
Good. Okay, from me. I hate the logo.
You hate it?
Yeah, no.
It looks like Liberty Life. Yeah. But anyway, I love everything else. Just to say, I'm so overcome with joy to see such beautiful documents. You guys really have taken on board everything the judges have given you over the last 4 episodes. Your 2 documents spoke to each other. This spoke to that. You spoke to that, which spoke to that, which just made it a pleasure for us, really. You told a clean story. Love the health journey for the Moyos. I mean, that really just took us.
Yeah.
It made it so easy for us to see, to connect with your solution. As Ntabi Singh said, we love the pricing model, tying it in like your utilities. That's just so smart. And when you said go wild and be innovative, I think you guys have really done that. It's terrific. Also, you approached it like it's your own business, which was quite unique and refreshing, which we haven't seen anybody do. And I'm doing the sandwich back to front. I said I don't like the logo in the beginning, and I'm going to end with something I also am worried about. I think your marketing budget You know, you got to be careful when you keep whacking 15% as being enough money. You must always go back and check how much money is that 15%, because 15% of nothing is nothing. So your marketing budgets are teeny. You're not going to get anything done with those budgets. You'll get a gazee, not even a gazebo out of them. So be careful that you're not just whacking in a percentage without realizing what the real value is of that money. But on the whole, really, it's tops and well done. Thank you. We'll see you a little later.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, of course.
So, you know, what I loved about your pricing model is that you addressed the issue of access to healthcare and how finances often impact that without necessarily having to go through the whole macro, make up employment. So that was key. And I think there's something there that can actually grow legs wider. And, you know, on the marketing budget, I actually agree that that's appropriate. And the reason why it's appropriate is that you have kept your marketing simple to people who are already in the facility. So your customer acquisition costs are much, much smaller than somebody who's going wider. And I thought that was really smart, that you really, really focus on the fact that we've got this captive audience. We don't need to go and get more people. Let's do it right for these people. So well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Team KK, as you've come to be known today, how are you feeling after your pitch? Kuketsa?
Feeling great. After the past 2 challenges, I'm feeling super great about the feedback.
Did you guys resonate with the challenge today? Because from this morning when Dr. Ndabi Singh, you know, gave the brief, you've both been like nodding along very, very intently. So was this a brief that spoke to you guys, Katlego?
Yeah, I think overall healthcare is important to everyone, you know, and I think what was nice about this is that it was healthcare being positioned right into your doorstep. So I think that was quite interesting.
So the two of you, your faces actually lit up this morning when you were going to be on a team. What is it that makes you such great team members together?
I think we listen to each other, even if maybe there's something, maybe a little thing that we don't agree on, we still talk through it. And yeah, I think our thinking is more similar. And even how to just simplify things is actually more similar, unlike just putting a lot of things in there, which can obviously throw us off. So I think, yeah.
What do you think makes the two of you the winners today?
I just think we had a great pitch, you know, and I think we answered everything to what they were looking for. I don't think we left anything out today, and I think from the feedback, it was just great feedback. There wasn't nothing overtly bad about like the feedback that we got today, with the exception of the logo, of course.
Well, and the finances. But I'm not going to give you too much grief for that. Of course, our judges are conferring, and we'll find out who the winner is soon. Guys, good luck.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
So as someone said, it's time for joy and happiness and 100,000 Rand to 2 people. Thank you to both teams for your work. I hear today was a really productive day. Lots of good energy, good vibes, good flow. And that came through in the work that you presented to us. We felt, in fact, quite thrilled with the quality of the work that we saw. I'm going to give you a tiny bit of feedback just that you can take forward with you for, well, whoever's still here, for the rest of the season. And then I'll go into about who's staying and who's going. So the first thing I think that's really important is context before content. So I'm going to use my hands here. Imagine a bowl is the context. You have to have a context and a bowl before you can put content into it. So think about that when you're telling us a story, and I've said that to you before, but maybe this image will help better, is that you need something to hold the detail in. So have that in mind first. And some of you got to the context, but it was too late. It was too far down, and we'd lost our way. So in everything, context before the content. That being said, all in all, I mean, Sim and I can attest to the fact that actually we were overcome with joy because the quality of your work was leaps and bounds ahead of what we've seen over the last few episodes, right?
If we go to share, she shed a tear.
I did. I shed a tear when I read the first document. I'm not saying which one it was, but I did. I was quite emotional, like a mom who just was so proud. And so both teams produced work of a really high quality. Both really took on board the learnings of the preceding period. You thought hard about the task at hand. I think the thing to learn also is to remember what's a pitch. The pitch isn't a repeat of this. It is a distillation of this in 3 minutes. That's what a pitch is. And you get tripped up if you go too much into detail, and you're never going to finish that pitch. So just remember, it's not matching luggage. It's another piece of something. Team 2, your story was coherent. You kept it simple, which made it very easy for us to see what the hooks were, what the story was. You also tapped into the Go Wild invitation from Busamed, and in fact, you approached it as if it was your own business, which we really enjoyed. There were some real innovative things that made Thabiseng's eyes really shine. I was crying a little bit, her eyes were shining. It was quite an emotional judging room. Sim was watching us with big eyes, not sure about this.
I was just looking at them.
But the clincher was when Thabiseng was taking photos, and we said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I'm sending this to my boss." Team 2, you are the winner today. Well done.
Team 2. And now, Heidi, you've made Kuketso cry as well. Kuketso, this win means a lot. What's happening in there?
Yeah, I know. I was feeling a bit disheartened over the past 2 challenges, so I needed this.
Congratulations, guys. But Team 1, congratulations as well, because you had some really great feedback and some really great ideas from this. Unfortunately, they weren't 50,000 Rand each worthy this time round. Dr. Thabiseng from Busamed, thank you so much. You've brought such a lovely energy to the place, and the brief that you gave the contestants genuinely made them light up. And I think it's your fault they did such a great job today. So I'm gonna give you all the credit.
I'll take the credit. Can I get the money?
Negotiate with Team KK. From Engen, Sim, as always, your insight is so great, and I love that you've given credit where credit was due today, as well as being tough on them. Heidi, always a lady. Thank you so much for bringing just that spark that's brought our contestants to this height. Judges, thank you so much. You may leave.
Thank you.
And with that, to elimination. Clearly, we can't have the losing team vote. You can't vote for yourselves, so obviously you'd just vote for each other. So, Kuketso, this happens to you every time you're on the winning team. Winning team, you're going to decide who's leaving from the losing team. But this time, we're not going to send the losing team away. We're quite simply going to get you guys to split up a little. The 2 of you can confer, and you've got 1 minute to decide.
It's not hard decision. No one. Yeah.
We're done.
A decision in under 20 seconds. Dare I say we already had some thoughts in our head. Kuketso, you were the team leader for today. So, can you please tell us who you have decided to eliminate and why?
It was a very tough decision, but we went with the head slowly because she was the team leader. We think all of them are strong. We just went to the team leader.
So it's It's pretty simple. The luck of the draw this morning was that she picked the team leader card, and that means that she gets more responsibility. Is that what you're saying?
I haven't worked with Slondiwe in all the team groups, so I went with as well what he was thinking as well, because he got a chance to work with both. But I got to work with Refile, so good. I think Slondiwe is strong.
Katlego? Do you agree that it was quite simply a team leader decision? Do you think that there's one stronger than the other?
Honestly, I don't particularly feel so or think so. I think it boiled down to leadership and responsibility.
Interesting decision. You have made a fair chunk of change over the past couple of days. And I think that I have personally seen you grow so much in the past 5 days or so. I've seen you come in as a contestant that felt uncertain and wasn't sure how to play the game, to today being so confident, and today really believing in your concept and doing really well. It was just quite simply that another team did better than you. Slow, with 58,000 Rand going home with you, you have been eliminated from Engen The Making of 2025. You may leave. And then there were 3. But the drama isn't over yet. We've decided to bring back a contestant that's been eliminated. So in a minute, you're going to leave the judging room and you're going to get to decide who you want to bring back to give another chance at winning this competition. Remember, last year, the boomerang ended up taking it home with him. So I'm curious about whether you're going to bring back somebody who coasted, and we all know that there were people who did, somebody who you think didn't get a chance, or whether you're going to bring back somebody who is actually strong and deserved to go further. Only time will tell what you guys decide. So, top 3, you may go to the boardroom to make your decision.
Hey guys, what is your thought upon all of them?
I think my biggest thinking is that we still have a 2-on-2 to go with, and let's not disadvantage ourselves, but also keeping in mind that whoever we bring on might still do a boomerang like last season. So I think it's something to consider.
We don't want that.
So who did you say?
No, I'm saying whoever we bring back on, we still need to consider that, we don't want a boomerang from like last season.
What happened? A repeat of what happened. We bring someone in.
And then they win.
Everything. Hard one.
Top 3, welcome back. At least this time I didn't give you guys a horrible task to do, so I know you love me again, right?
Yes, we do.
So I'm actually going to leave it to Katlego purely because he's in the middle of the group. Katlego, who have the 3 of you decided to bring back, and why have you decided to bring them back?
So we've decided to bring back Mlungisi.
Okay.
And having myself voting him off, and I think throughout the competition, we just thought it would be nice to give someone who hasn't earned money an opportunity to earn some money.
So you guys are doing this out of charity?
Not really.
Not really? Kuketsu?
Well, partly, but also in terms of we will be paid again. And we'd want someone who is a bit strong. So, yeah.
You see, a bit strong is then telling me a bit strong, but not so strong that I see them as a threat.
We never got to experience him fully, but the time we did, he was a bit strong and didn't get a fair chance. But on the other hand, all these challenges, we've learned a lot. So we didn't want to bring in someone too strong who has learned all the lessons, so that we also don't win, but just enough probably to make a group win.
Refilwe, is that why you guys aren't bringing Slow back?
Yeah, that was the basis of the consensus. Slow has all the lessons. And again, just going back to just giving Mlu an opportunity. But I think the most important thing, because I worked with Mlu, it's a very good contender, also works very well in a team. And we also considered who would you want to be paired with if we are being paired on the next challenge. And it boiled down to Mlu.
But that being said, Katlego, you said you didn't work with him.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that then help you? Or did the girls just bully you into a decision?
No. So I think for me specifically was that I wanted to give someone an opportunity to make some money, you know. And as I said, I had voted him off earlier on in the challenge. So when the decision had to be made, it was something that he was one of the people that we all had a consensus on. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, Katlego, you are on how much now?
Enough.
That's a very diplomatic answer. And does that mean that you don't need any more then?
That's enough for today.
I'm going to let you off the hook with that. Top 3, well done. You fought so hard to get here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the next round, again, the stakes are 50,000 Rand each. And I know that makes a massive difference to every single one of you. So again, go get some rest. Think about it. Think about this decision that you've made. Think about the pairings for the next round. Think about the possibilities for the next round. Think about what you've learned so far. Top 3, Engen The Making of contestants. You may leave. Our producers have done it again. A dramatic elimination sees us say goodbye to Slondiwe with 58,333 Rand. I think that Slondiwe gained immensely from both the challenges and the talent around her. Hopefully, in applying these skills, she builds her own business empire. We also saw Mlungisi return with no winnings yet. He's a strong challenger, so how will he shake things up so late in the game? Katlego leads the ladder with 161,666 Rand in the bank. Koketsu is second, having broken the 100,000 Rand bar and sits at 103,333 Rand. Refilwe lags with 33,333 Rand. But a new round with a fresh 100,000 Rand up for grabs could change things very quickly. Join me, Yasmin Ali, to find out how things play out in the next round of Engen The Making of.
I think I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. This experience, I couldn't have bought it anyway. I couldn't have gone to any institution. The overall feeling is gratitude. I'm just thankful for the opportunity, the fact that I was able to step foot in here and learn the things that I've learned in such a short space of time, meet the people that I've met, and just be part of such a beautiful concept. So gratitude is the center of the whole thing. Don't doubt yourself. Just when you see that, enter this competition, go for it. And the fun part is that every day is an opportunity for you to win, which gives you hope on a daily basis and just makes it anybody's game really, because I'm not going home empty-handed after all. I've got 58,000 in the bag, which is very exciting for me over and above the overall experience. So yeah, enter Engen The Making of 2026. Don't even doubt yourself.